Reserve rights was laid out with the mission to give admittance to stable money to each individual on the planet. Reserve rights project firmly accepts that out-of-control inflation can be killed. They worked and created monetary programming that can assist people with managing out-of-control inflation. Reserve was sent off in May 2019 after an underlying trade presenting at the Huobi Prime stage. Nevin Freeman and Matt Sr. helped to establish the organization. Reserve rights produce cash by taking an expense from clients who execute cash through their monetary application. Reserve rights permits the client to save, move, spend, and get cash through the reserve application. And the local token is known as the RSR. Reserve rights have collaborated with the Venezuelan government to determine the issue of cash shakiness. They have laid out a corporate association with 7 Versatile Africa, Angola's biggest cell phone shipper. The major institutional financial backers of reserve rights incorporate Coinbase Adventures, Computerized Money Gathering, NGC, Finbushi Capital, Valorum Capital, Pre-Holy Messenger, Rocket Fuel, Crypto Lotus, and so forth. Reserve rights projects mean to deliver an option in contrast to government-issued currency by collecting a bushel of tokenized resources, which are steady in buying power. Reserve rights intends to change the bushel after some time with a drawn-out view that the right bin for the ongoing year may not be no different for what's to come. New increases and deduction will be there each year founded on the monetary requests. The most recent news from the power of reserve rights is that they are chipping away at a decentralized cash with a steady buying power. How in all actuality do reserve rights works? Reserve rights is a double symbolic stablecoin stage got by a proof-of-work agreement instrument, an ERC20 token on the Ethereum blockchain. The reserve application permits clients to move cash by means of a steady money. The worth of the coin is safeguarded from diminishing buying power, which expects to preserve the work and exertion of the proprietor. Reserve stablecoin called a reserve token is a cryptographic money-keeping coordinated equivalency with US dollars. It tends to be spent like government-issued money or USD. Presently, RSV can be traded for the public monetary standards of Venezuela, Colombia, and Argentina with the Authority Reserve application. Later on, it is wanting to extend to all nations. RSV is a steady coin. However, RSR is unstable. The uniqueness of reserve is that other stable coins are upheld by USD held in a ledger and oversaw by a steady coin backer. In any case, RSV is constrained by the container of digital money represented by brilliant agreements. According to current information, an essential stable coin conveyed on Ethereum is supported by a third USDC, a third TUSD, and a third PAX. The second is the reserve rights. RSR is utilized to keep RSV stay stable in its worth. RSR tokens are a utility resource. With the assistance of a complicated arrangement of decentralized exchange arrangements, it assists with keeping the cost of the steady coin to stay at the worth of the $1.00 cost target. Reserve rights cryptographic money is utilized as an administration token for the reserve rights stage. Individuals who own reserve rights tokens can decide in favor of changes in reserve rights plans with respect to future turn of events. RSR holders can procure by collaborating with the convention when the convention is totally live. As of the 2021 Reserve Rights Convention, reserve stablecoins are called R tokens. The convention permits any individual to make the steady coin. An R token will exchange at a market worth of the whole crate that backs it. R tokens can be protected and produce income from conditional expenses. This income is imparted to guarantors of insurance tokens. Each R token is represented independently with an alternate administration framework. The all-out market cap is $228,392,585 with a complete stock of 100 billion tokens. The coursing supply is 13,159,997,677 RSR, and the reserve rights cost today is 1 cent. Examining the authentic information of RSR cost on the day-to-day graph, the unequaled high at which RSR exchanged was 11 cents on April 16, 2021, while the most reduced cost at which RSR exchanged was $0 walk 2020. Over the most recent half year, reserve rights gave the financial backers a critical misfortune. Crypto markets are consistently unpredictable in the midst of worldwide feelings. The RSR nature is likewise exceptionally unstable, and more dangers are implied since it relies upon different monetary forms and numerous different elements. Reserve rights specialized examination. Specialized examination on everyday diagrams shows that the ongoing cost of RSR is 1 cent with a 8.43% misfortune and a 24-hour exchanging volume of $28,817,332. The base value of the present exchanging meeting is 1 cent, and the greatest cost is 1 cent. The RSR cost diagram shows that the reserve rights cost has diminished from all time and exchanged sideways. Later on, in July, the morning star affirmation on the outline started an upswing. RSR built up speed and covered half. Then it saw a pattern inversion. Sell signals have showed up. RSR's cost tumbled from the help levels, framing worse low points with decreased volume. From the last May onwards, RSR cost is exchanging sideways, and on an equal channel, OBV isn't maintained. It is fluctuating. However, dealers are not totally surrendering trust on reserve rights. On equilibrium, volume is put at 4.65 billion. Variance shows the vulnerability of reserve rights cost forecast. The cost of reserve rights has broken the close by help at 1 cent and moving towards the 1 cent support zone. The significant help is set at $0. In the event that the negative pattern pulls the cost of reserve rights underneath the significant help zone, it will be an obstacle for the coin. On the everyday graph, the anticipated degree of neighboring opposition is at 2 cents. On the off chance that RSR USD breaks this level, the crypto will move to test the obstruction level of 4 cents. The cost of reserve rights needs to bounce. The significant opposition is put at 4 cents prior to entering the upturn towards an untouched high. The typical directional record is moving towards 21.2, showing a negative pattern. Despite the fact that reserve rights attempted to break out after a W-design development on the diagram, however neglected to beat the levels. After the most elevated levels, it has executed a falling wedge on the outline. Assuming it breaks the level displayed in the picture, it will move towards an upswing. Specialized examination shows that it will move downwards for the ongoing meeting and a slight expansion in the following couple of days. Assuming it neglects to break the opposition, it will again turn into a downtrend. Reserve rights value expectation 2022. Toward the start of 2022, the reserve rights cost is supposed to exchange at 2 cents, and in the center, the obstacle of 2 cents will be crossed, and it might advance toward the most extreme degree of 3 cents according to our reserve rights value expectation 2022. The whole year, reserve rights is supposed to move at a typical cost of 3 cents and a base cost of 2 cents. Reserve rights value expectation 2023. 2023 on the drawn-out graph is really great for the crypto market. However, according to reserve rights cost expectation, the RSR isn't supposed to contact the 10 cents level this year. Toward the start of 2023, it might exchange at the 3 cents level, and later RSR costs will cross 4 cents, which might be the most extreme cost of reserve rights. While it might expect a typical cost of 3 cents, reserve rights value forecast 2024. Reserve rights cost expectation shows that it will cross 5 cents in the year 2024, and it will end up being a wise speculation for the present moment. Later on, reserve rights is expecting ventures all around the world and will broaden its impressions to major crypto markets. Reserve rights cost expectation for the year recommends the base and most extreme cost perhaps 4 cents and 5 cents with a typical cost of 5 cents. Reserve rights value forecasts 2025. According to our specialists, reserve rights is supposed to secure more resource base from now on, and our RSR value forecast is expecting that it might arrive at a most extreme cost of 6 cents. The cost might hang between 7 cents to 6 cents with a typical cost of 6 cents. Reserve rights value forecast 2026. Examining the drawn-out figure, reserve rights may neglect to cross the greatest degree of 10 cents this year. In the event that no significant news sets off the cost level,